Welcome to Farming 101. I am Ben Howe of Howe Hereford's Farm and Ranch, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information on our fertilizing process. So this is our fertilizer applicator. It is an old drill, an SDX, 40 foot. That's a case. We have it on 15-inch spacing, meaning that the discs are 15 inches apart. These two are 30 inches apart and the back two are 30 inches apart. Now what we use is the Exactrix system. It was invented by Guy Swanson out of Spokane, Washington. And what it does is it brings farming and the chemistry lab together. And I'll give you a little bit of an explanation on it and then show you how it actually works. Now what it does is it uses two different kinds of fertilizer, anhydrous ammonia, which is NH3. It's very close to ethanol, or sorry, not ethanol, but natural gas. And it, like propane and natural gas, is only liquid under pressure, so that's why you have these propane looking tanks. That is mixed with what is in this one, which is liquid fertilizer, which is a mixture of mostly nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium. Now these are the two motors that pump the two liquids, this one for anhydrous, the NH3, and this one for the liquid side, the mixture over there. Now what they figured out was that these two things, when mixed together and put under pressure, would actually make a solid, a crystal structure. So what it is it comes from there, goes to those manifolds there, and then comes out in little hoses like this, two to each disc opener, and comes out these two holes here, one there and one there. You probably can't see because it's not focusing, but I'll come back a little bit. Now those are angled so that the streams will cross each other, and when they cross they actually form a crystalline structure which is very plant available in the soil. I'll go ahead and go in the tractor, turn it on, and we'll make a little taps. That's the triammonia polyphosphate sulfate. That's the chemical name for what we're making. Now these are all our gauges in here to tell you how much of what item you're using, and you can regulate how much you're putting in the ground. As you can see, the anhydrous, once it gets to the outside where it's not under pressure anymore, it does turn into a gas. Woo! And yeah, it smells kind of like ammonia. It's very strong. It is attracted to water, so anytime you're working on it or filling tanks, you want to have a large supply of water around for safety reasons. All right, we'll shut that off, let it cool off, and we'll run out and I'll show you. Now when you're out in the field, we like to go in crisscross pattern. That way after a couple years we're going to have a lot of lines of this because it stays in the ground for a long time. As you can see, it's making taps. This stuff is cold, kind of like dry ice, and it's kind of like jello. So as you can see, it actually made a solid. You know, it's kind of crumbly, but you'll have lines of that in your soil. It's very plant ready, available. The plants can suck the nitrogen right out of it and the other things they need, and it doesn't leach away with rain and stays in the ground, and it's a pretty good way. It's kind of the new hotness right now, the new thing on the block. So that is our fertilizing applicator here for Howe Hereford Ranch, and I hope you enjoyed the video.